Hey, what's up, everybody? I just said hey, like Fat Albert, the old show. I'm gonna start this again. What's up, everybody? This is Jeffrey East. Welcome to, wait for it, season 2 of One-Sided Conversations. That's right. I had so much fun making the first 6, 7, 8 episodes, I don't know, with no consistency, that I'd figured I would create more, but as opposed to it looking like I just flaked and continued later on, I'm going to call this season 2. So welcome to season 2 of One-Sided Conversations with Jeffrey East. I am Jeffrey East, a singer-songwriter, splitting my time between Nashville, Tennessee, and Los Angeles, California. Happy New Year, everyone. It's a new year, it's a new start, and I'm doing something new myself. Not only am I continuing One-Sided Conversations here with season 2, I'm upping the ante by holding myself accountable to the same resolution I make every year, and that is post more video content. So I'm trying to do two birds with one stone. I'm going to be recording these One-Sided Conversations live here in my studio in California on my phone. So yes, this isn't like a fancy camera. For those of you watching right now, this quality might look familiar to you because it's just an iPhone. But you know what? We're starting small. We're going to work our way up. But if you're just listening, you can also watch this on my YouTube channel. I believe it's just youtube.com/user/Jeffrey East Music or something like that. You know what? I'll post it in the liner notes, whatever that is. But new year, lots of new music, lots of hopes and dreams and plans. I'm about to make my first trip to Nashville here in a couple of days. It's the second full week of the new year, which I'm counting that as day one of the new year because I wasn't quite ready to start the new year. Lauren and I call it the case of the cozies, is what we had. And we had a wonderful break. Great Christmas. We had Lauren's dad came to town and we all hung out and it was a lot of fun. I miss my family a lot, but of course I got to FaceTime with them on Christmas Day, and I'm going to get to see them on my Nashville trip coming up. And then Lauren and I went on an epic ski trip to Palisades, Tahoe, where we skied Palisades, and then we skied Alpine Meadows, which is another mountain. And then on day 3, we were going to head home early that morning, and we went to the ski village of Heavenly, which is another resort there in South Lake Tahoe. We proceeded to get a cup of coffee, and that one cup of coffee from Starbucks turned into us buying even more lift tickets, getting on a gondola, and skiing an entire day at Heavenly Resort. So after that was over, we hopped in our little Jeep Cherokee and drove through blizzard conditions 8 hours back home here in LA. And I will say it was truly epic. I was happy with just 2 days of skiing, but the third was definitely bonus and no regrets there whatsoever. The soreness is waning, which is great. So we're here. We're doing it. Lots of new music this year. Pretty ambitious release schedule, for sure. A lot lined up, and I'm hoping I can pull it all off. I think as an independent artist, I've heard release every 4 to 6 weeks, and honestly, if I released a song every 4 to 6 weeks, I would run out of time in my life. If I lived to be 80, I still wouldn't be able to release all the music that I want to release. So I'm going to be a little quicker than that, probably around every 3 weeks. Just released a song December 29th, just before the start of the new year, called After Midnight, which is just a fun song that I absolutely love, inspired by my time out here in California sonically. Sounds kind of cool. Wrote it with my friend Eric Dom in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you want to listen to that, I recommend you do it because it was a New Year's Eve song, but it would work any time of the year because every day has a midnight. That's a very cheesy line, but part of me thinks I should write that down in case I want to write that song later. But anyway, but the next release I have coming up is on January 19th. Depending when you're listening to this, hopefully I get this out before January 19th. I should. That would be ideal because I'm saying the day. It would be dumb to release this episode after January 19th. But January 19th is the re-release of my first ever full-length record called Dreamer. This is going to be Dreamer Deluxe. The original record, Dreamer, was a compilation of all the singles I had released up to that point. Dreamer Deluxe, as you might have guessed, is all those songs plus a few more singles that I've released since then. If you're an independent artist, you get this. There was a time when releasing records was the end-all be-all, and I still very much believe that is such a cool thing to do because you can tell a story and you can really paint a picture with a record. But in this day and age where you're just trying to trip the algorithm and get more content, songs out there, it's good to kind of clean up the old Spotify and Apple Music page and just put all the singles onto one record at the end of that cycle. But yeah, the reason for doing singles is it gives you a chance for every song to get playlisted. If I was just to release a 20-song record, I could only pitch one of those songs to the DSPs, digital service providers like Apple Music and Spotify, and I would just hope and pray that one song I pitched was good enough to make it on some playlist. Playlist is the name of the game. That's how you get visibility as an independent artist. And so I've chosen to just release one song at a time, a drip feed, if you will. But anyway, Dreamer Deluxe is coming out January 19th, and there's going to be a couple of new additions to that record. Aside from the singles I've already released, the lead single, if you will, off of this record is a song I wrote in Nashville with a really amazing, talented guy named Clint Lagerberg. And Clint is just one of the greatest songwriters I've known. His approach to music is very methodical and very effortless at the same time. It's an amazing combination of just sheer ability and talent and this laser focus when it comes to production and song structure. And he's an amazing individual. And one day I was flying into Nashville and I had this melody and I knew that my first ride of the week was with Clint Lagerberg. And I was like, man, if anyone's going to get this idea, it's going to be Clint. So I came in and I played him, I think, whatever nugget of idea I had for this particular song, and he loved it, which is great because, again, there's a pretty high standard that Clint holds his songs to, as he should, as we all should. And so when I presented the idea and he loved it, I was like, all right, step one completed. I got him. We're here. We're in it. This is what we're writing today. And we wrote this song, and it came out really quick. I say this about all the songs. It's like picking your favorite kid. We hear that too, but this is one of my favorites. It really is. This song, lyrically, musically, production-wise, is everything I want my records to sound like. And it's organic. It's real. Clint was like, make sure everyone knows this is just like a glorified work tape. And I'm like, dude, when you guys hear the real recorded version, just remember, that was the day of demo, but it was a day of Clint Lagerberg demo, okay? There's a big freaking difference. This guy makes everything sound like a record, and I'm just thankful for him to allow me to release what we made that day. Obviously, he went back in and played all these parts and did all this stuff and polished it up, and then the cool thing is I was back here in LA, and there was a harmony part that we wanted, and just so happens one of the guys in our publishing company, the company I was at the time, Mark Wahlberg, not that Marky Mark. He is an amazing vocalist, and he put a high tenor part on there. And it just, when I got it back, I was like, well, damn, pardon my language, damn, there's no way no one can outperform that vocal. So when you hear the real recording of this, whenever you're listening, I encourage you to go find this particular song. Get lost in the beauty of it if you can, but notice that high harmony part. It just really ties the whole thing together. So big thanks to Clint for writing and producing this. And thanks to our buddy Mark for putting this high, beautiful vocal part. Now, this is not going to be that version at all. This is going to be a live stripped-down version here on the One-Sided Conversations, where I just hit play and never really know what I'm going to talk about. But today I knew I wanted to talk about this song, Who Are You Loving These Days? Again, I love it. And yeah, Here we go. I can tell by the look on your face, been a while since I've seen it that way. Is somebody taking my place? Who are you loving these days? Sounds like you found someone new by the music you've been listening to. As you're pulling up in my driveway, who are you loving these days? Who are you kissing when you're kissing me? When you close your eyes, tell me, who do you see? You feel out of touch when I'm touching you, babe. Who are you loving these days? Who are you loving these days? Girl, I know your heart and your soul, and I know he won't even know when you're quiet beside me in my Chevrolet. Who are you loving these days? Who are you kissing when you're kissing me? When you close your eyes, tell me, who do you see? You feel out of touch when I'm touching you, babe. Who are you loving these days? Girl, if it ain't me, let me set you free. It'll hurt like hell as long as you're happy. Baby, just tell me, who are you kissing when you're kissing me? When you close your eyes, tell me, who do you see? You feel out of touch when I'm touching you, babe. Who are you loving these days? Who are you loving these days? Who Are You Loving These Days, coming out January 19th. Lead single on the new record, Dreamer, Deluxe Edition. Thank you guys for tuning in on the podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, kudos, you've made it this far, or you've skipped ahead to the song. Either way, thanks for being here. If you are on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. Share it if you want. I want to do more of this. I want to share my life, my stories, my songs with all of you. If you're feeling really ambitious, you can support me on patreon.com/Jeffrey East. That is the best way to support really what I'm doing here. It just goes a long way in making all this a reality. Maybe someday we'll upgrade from an iPhone camera. I don't know. It seems to be working. So far, so good. Thank you guys for listening. Season 2, Episode 1, Who Are You Loving These Days, of One-Sided Conversations with Jeffrey East. Happy New Year, everybody.